What's going on, everybody? I'm Jory Goodman, the Time Teller. I hope you enjoyed your weekend. It's now Monday, and you know, once in a while, you get a watch that kind of makes you happy, makes you a little bit sad at the same time. It just blows your mind in this very confusing mix of emotions. It's 1:45 p.m. Let's get down to business. So before I show you the watch in question, I want to take a look at the watch I'm wearing today. I'm wearing my Seiko SKX 007. It's one of my favorites, but honestly, regardless of how you feel about the SKX, it is one of the most iconic divers out there. Now, the SKX is a very well-loved watch. I mean, it has a very strong fan base, but it's not without its criticism, right? A lot of people complain that it doesn't have hacking, it doesn't have hand wind. It's a bit outdated, there's a lack of refinement, there's no sapphire crystal. Well, what if I told you I have a watch that solves all of those problems and then some? It's not a Seiko, but it should have been. The Pantour Sea Lion. So for those of you who follow me on Instagram @TheSimpleConsultant, you know I've been wearing this Pantour a lot lately. And Pantour isn't sponsoring this video, but they did give me this watch, and I gotta be honest, when I first saw pictures of it, I wasn't all that excited. I mean, it has a really nice cushion design case, but it was pretty reminiscent of a Seiko turtle, and now that it has, you know, a 3 o'clock crown, it's kind of reminiscent of the Seiko baby turtle, but the baby turtles aren't even out yet, so this Pantour has been around longer than the new Seiko baby turtles, but yeah, I wasn't like all that thrilled about the watch until I saw some of the specs about this baby. It's got a 42mm case, it's 12.6mm thick, it's got a 300-meter water resistance rating with an automatic helium escape valve. It uses a Seiko NH35A automatic movement, so it's got hacking and hand wind, and it's got a sapphire crystal. Now, the first thing you notice when you wear this Pantour Sea Lion is that it wears quite small. It's 42mm, so it's about the same size as a Seiko SKX. It's technically 0.5mm smaller than an SKX, and it's actually 1mm thinner than an SKX. So these dimensions might not seem all that different, but when you wear it, at least on my 7.5-inch wrist, it feels smaller than my Seiko SKX 007. But far and away, the thing that blows my mind about this Pantour Sea Lion is the finishing. Now, I doubt there's any hand finishing on this Pantour, but just look at the case. The top is brushed, and the sides are mirrored and polished. It just looks amazing. The gas release valve is very clean and well done. It doesn't look out of place. It's not super gimmicky. It just looks like it's supposed to be there. So my favorite part about the Pantour Sea Lion is actually the bezel. So the serrations are very neatly done, but very aggressive at the same time. And the insert, unlike the Seiko SKXs, which is just printed, the Pantour's markers are engraved and then painted. So it's a nice detail, just a good added touch. And a very high quality bezel on this piece. And then when we look at the case back, there's actually a nicely detailed sea lion on the back here, which brings us to the crown. A lot of detailing on the crown. They have that sea lion placed right there in the middle of the crown. The crown is threaded, obviously. It's pretty smooth. It's not as smooth as, say, my Submariner or my Tuna, but it's smoother than the SKXs, I'll tell you that. Now let's take a look at the dial. Very, very neatly done. It just says Pantour, 300-meter, 990 feet automatic. Nothing crazy going on here, but again, very, very neat. Now the lume they use is actually Swiss C3 Super Luminova. It's good, but I'm quite partial to Seiko's Lumibrite. It's hard to beat Seiko when we're talking about lume. Now, I love this watch's hands. Very sharp, but they're mirrored and polished. Looks very good. I love how they catch the light. All in all, it's just a very handsome, very solid piece. You know, it's not tinny. There's nothing rattling on it that shouldn't. You do hear the rotor a little bit, and you feel the rotor, but, you know, nothing's out of place. It's not overly chunky. It's actually quite smooth and sleek. Now, this one came on the stainless steel bracelet. It's a very nice bracelet. Doesn't pull my hair, and I'm a pretty hairy dude. The clasp is engraved Pantour with some nice serrations here down by that buckle. And the bracelet's finish is brushed, but the sides of the links are polished, so it really matches the case design, right? The sides are nicely polished, and the top is brushed. So again, very good detailing by Pantour. Alright guys, well here it is on my 7.5-inch wrist, the Pantour Sea Lion. If you couldn't tell, I'm very pleased, I'm very impressed with this watch. If you were to tell me that this was one of Seiko's newer releases, or even something like a Hamilton Khaki Navy Scuba, I would believe you. Superb finishing, 300 meter water resistance rating, it's an automatic with hacking and hand wind, it's got a sapphire crystal and a helium escape valve. I mean, this is an impressive watch. And this is where the crazy mix of emotions comes in. On one side, I'm very happy because this is a great everyday piece and it's just a very good watch. But on the other side, I'm kind of sad because Seiko isn't releasing something like this at the moment, and they should be. And I'm also sad because this is Chinese and I can already hear the angry messages being typed to me as I speak. Which brings me to the price. Okay, so for some reason, 200 meter water resistance rating, that's like the magic number. Okay, in terms of like big established manufacturers, with few exceptions, you're not going to get anything above 200 meters for under $1,000. It's just not common. Once you pass 200 meters and you get into the 300 meters, you're in Seiko Tuna territory, you're even in Rolex Submariner territory. But what's great is we now have some pretty sophisticated micro brands putting out some real bang for your buck. So you can get this Pantour Sea Lion for around $550, and I know it's over twice the price of a Seiko SKX, but you're getting a ton of watch. I mean, I don't need to rattle off the specs again, but you're getting superb finishing. The fit and finish is seriously incredible with this watch. It's 42 millimeters, so it's not huge. It's decently sized. Sapphire crystal, 300 meter water resistance rating. You're getting hacking and hand wind functionality. You're getting a date function, and I think it's really cool to wear a watch that not a lot of people know about. I think the price is totally warranted. I think they could honestly charge more for a watch like this, but for around the $500 range, I think you're getting an incredible sports watch. So is it going to replace my Seiko SKX? No, heck no. I love this thing way too much. But has the Pantour Sea Lion earned a spot in my watch box? Yep. Alright guys, well I hope you enjoyed learning about this really cool watch that you may otherwise not have heard about from a company that not a lot of people know about. And listen, doesn't matter if you wear Submariners, doesn't matter if you wear Panerais, everyone should still have a Seiko SKX in their collection. Incredibly iconic, the perfect entry-level sports watch. It's just an amazing, amazing watch. Incredible bang for your buck with the Seiko SKX. But let's say you already have an SKX and you're looking to bump it up a notch. I think that you'd be spending your money wisely to pick up a Pantour Sea Lion. Sure, it doesn't have the history. It's not from a region that people tend to respect when we're talking about horology. It doesn't have the cachet or provenance, but you're getting a ton of watch with the Pantour Sea Lion, and I'm going to keep on wearing it. So stay tuned guys on my Instagram. I'm going to upload more pictures of this watch, and I'm probably going to be wearing it a lot more here on this channel. And I want to thank you guys because we recently broke past 15,000 subscribers. Guys, thank you, each and every one of you. Seriously, it means so much that you guys want to watch this content. I'm having a blast with this channel. Sounds like you are too. So guys, if you're watching this video right now and you enjoyed yourself and you're not subscribed yet, please consider clicking that subscribe button. It takes 1 second and it helps me out a ton. And while you're at it, you can click that little bell icon so you do not miss an episode of Time Teller. There's just so much more awesome content on the way, and you don't want to miss it. I'm telling you guys, please like, comment, and subscribe. Share this with other watch enthusiasts, other people that you think would enjoy this. I'm Jory Goodman, the Time Teller, and always remember, I didn't invent time. I just tell it.